Welcome to Storyberries Radio. You can read along with any of our stories, all for free at our website, storyberries.com. Small Bird's Big Adventure by Nick Mulgrew at Book Dash. Small Bird was a very small bird. He was very small and very birdy. Small Bird lived in a beautiful house with the giant. Small Bird loved the giant very much. She was a kind giant. She gave Small Bird lots of toys. Small Bird was sad when the giant wasn't around. So one day, Small Bird went to go and find the giant. Small Bird flew up and up until he could see the whole world. He wanted to find the giant. Where would he land? Small Bird landed in a huge forest filled with trees and flowers and treasure. Small Bird loved playing with the shiny jewels. But where was the giant? Small Bird walked into a vast field of snow. The snow was white and soft. Small Bird loved rolling around on the cool ground. But where was the giant? This time, Small Bird flew even higher into the sky. He flew among the stars and galaxies. He saw the moon. He saw a comet. But where was the giant? From way up high, with his sharp birdie eyes, Small Bird saw something. What could it be? Small Bird dived down, down, down. Where would he land? Small Bird landed right in the giant's hands. He was so happy to see her. "I love you, giant," he shrieked. The giant held Small Bird close to her. "I love you too," the giant said. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids. Some Mummies by Jade Maître. Some mummies hold us when we're scared. Some mummies hold us when we're sleepy. Some mummies help us ride high. Some mummies wait beside us. Some mummies listen when we tell them stories. Some mummies let us play at being grown-ups. Some mummies teach us how to read. Some mummies dress us up the same. That's funny. Some mummies show us how to make the best cups of tea. Some mummies help us keep our balance. Some mummies show us how to grow things. Some mummies show us the sea isn't scary. Some mummies cuddle us when we need a cuddle, or when they need a cuddle. We love our mummies. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids. Welcome to Storyberries Radio. You can read along with any of our stories, all for free at our website, storyberries.com. Stop the Spotty Dog by Jade Maître. Spotty Dog has got a sock. He robbed the sock from a little tot. That little tot sobbed a lot. Spotty Dog bobs and nods with his stolen sock. He jogs to the top of a foggy spot. He lays the sock on a knobby log. There's not a lot he hasn't got. Spotty dog has pots and rocks, bibs and bobs. Someone better call the cops. Just then, Bob Fox comes over. Hey, Spotty dog, stop nabbing socks. Stop taking cobs and rods and mops. Spotty dog looks sorry. Taking socks is not a good job. He plops his gob on each pot and rock, on the bibs and the bobs, the cobs, rods and mops. He brings them back home with a sad nod. His friends and family are agog. Spotty dog, you're no longer a hog. Good boy, Spotty dog. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids. The Birthday Counting Book by Jade Maître. The day you turn 1, your fun's just begun. The day you turn 2, you'll keep learning things new. The day you turn 3, how big you will be. The day you turn 4, I'll be cheering at your door. The day you turn 5, we'll jump and we'll jive. The day you turn 6, we'll learn some new tricks. The day you turn 7, you will feel just like heaven. The day you turn 8, you will keep feeling great. The day you turn 9, everything will be fine. And for when you are 10, and then, with every year, I'm very sure I'll love you even more. Happy birthday! The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids. The Caterpillar Who Loved Shoes by Jade Maître. Kynan the caterpillar didn't have 6 legs like all the other caterpillars. He had 100 legs, and Kynan loved shoes. He loved red ones and blue ones, high ones and practical ones, sensible ones and silly ones. And luckily, having 100 feet, he could wear all of them at once. There was just 2 teeny tiny little problems. Firstly, some of his legs were so far away. I mean, really far. He couldn't even see the end of his body with all those legs, let alone know where to put his feet. The second and related problem was, because some of those feet were so far away, he had never learnt to tie his shoes. And even if he knew how to tie his shoes, practical realities being what they were, being one little caterpillar tying all of your own shoes would always take a very long time. So what did he rely on to tie up all those shoes that needed tying? His friends. Friends who knew how to tie shoelaces and friends who knew how to help. Do you know how to tie shoelaces? You make a loop with one side. The other lace goes towards you, around the garden, and then it wants to come in the gate, head first. Pull on the head and abracadabra, another loop. Just pull it all tight and you're done. Kynan watched what I just showed you, and now he could see how to tie his shoes. But it was still going to take a very long time because a lot of the shoes he loved had laces. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Luckily, Kynan had so many friends who could help him do the things he didn't find easy. The butterflies, for example, could help push the light little ballet slippers on his faraway feet. The butterflies could flutter their wings very fast and push them onto his feet with just the air. His ant friends got together and put the sneakers on. They were also very diligent about lacing them up. Teamwork all the way. His spider friends were fantastic at tying. They had 8 arms, so could tie 4 long knee-high boots at once. When Spidey's got on the job, those shoes went on quick. Little Mouse was quick and careful. She could slide his heels on or nose his toes into flip-flops. When all of Kynan's friends came together, it only took a jiffy to get his shoes on. Now it was time to visit his cousin Worm in his cosy hole. Except when he got there, uh-oh. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids.
What is in the pot? By Book Dash. What's for supper? asked Sam. It's a surprise, said Mama, putting a big pot on the stove. She added a jug of water. Sam was worried. Are we having water for supper? He wailed. It's a surprise. Wait and see, replied Mama. Can I help? asked Sam. I could stir. Can you bring me an onion, please? This doesn't smell very nice. They will taste nice once they are cooked. Now I need some tomatoes. No, that is an apple. The tomatoes are also round and red, but you will find them in the fridge. Can you bring me potatoes? They are round and brown. Is supper ready yet? If you are hungry, you can eat the apple while you wait. What about these? No, we won't need biscuits. We can save those for after supper. What's in the pot? It's a surprise. Wait and see. What about this? That is a watermelon. It'll be too big for the pot. See if you can find some spinach. It is also green. Please get some bread. No, it won't go into the pot, but on the table. Mama carried the pot to the table and started to dish up. What's in the pot? asked Sam. Soup! My favourite!
Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids. The Black and White Baby Adventure Book by Jade Maître. One lazy day, while in the sun, I blew and made a wish. A hummingbird burst from nearby blooms and turned into a fish. Above it seemed that wild birds dipped. A butterfly sang a tune. A seahorse scuttled, a raindrop puddled. An owl howled sad at the moon. Beneath the briny rolling sea, an octopus waved his hands. The clouds moved in. Their gusty wisps were round as rubber bands. And then I saw a tiny seed burst forth into a tree. And on its branches, grinning wide, a tabby laughed at me. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids. Who's That Baby? By Chisanga Mukaka at Book Dash. Who's that baby? That baby can walk, just like me. My wiggly toes, that baby's wiggly toes. Oh, that baby's gone. Who's that baby? My waving hands, that baby's waving hands. Want to play? Oh no, that baby's gone. Who is that baby? My cute nose, that baby's cute nose. I make a funny face, so does that baby. Oh, that baby is me. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids.
Wiggle, Jiggle by Book Dash. Wiggle, jiggle, wriggle. I am a wiggly worm. Flowers and leaves are my favourite food. Yummy in my tummy. Wiggle, jiggle, wriggle. I am a wiggly worm. I love the rain. Pitter, patter, on the leaves. Watch me wiggle and dance. Wiggle, jiggle, wriggle. Pooh! My magic poo makes plants grow big. I love to see my plants grow. Yellow, red, blue and green. Wiggle, jiggle, wriggle. I am a wiggly worm. Wiggle when you see me in the garden. Wiggle, jiggle, wriggle. Where am I now? I am here in my cocoon. Oh wait, I'm not a wiggly worm. Flitter, flutter, flitter. I am a butterfly.
Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids. Your Magic Light by Jade Maître. Once upon a time, you lived in your mama's belly. Inside you was a spark of light. It glowed warm like a dancing firefly. It was happiness and love all wrapped up together. Because Mama was the first to feel this little spark of light, she was the first person to know what it was. That light made her so happy. She got bigger and bigger with happiness until one day she had to let it all out, and you came along. Once you were born, your little light flickered and fed from the beautiful world it grew. Every time you saw a sun rise, or heard a bird sing, or cuddled someone, you grew a little bit brighter. Day by day, you grew taller and stronger, and the little light grew so bright that it started to light up others too. And so, every time you smiled at someone with your biggest gummy smile, those people smiled back. And their own little lights, like yours, but different because they were their own, well, their lights grew larger too. And then those people went down the street and smiled at the grocer and the bus driver and the shop assistant, and their lights also flared brighter. And it was a sort of magic, but your magic did that. By the end of your first year, if you were to look down on the planet from somewhere very high, you would see the tiny stars between all the people you'd met and the people they'd met, and they would flicker and grow with the light that had been passed between them in all the colours of the rainbow. And all the people you'd met, and all the people they'd met, and even the people they'd met, were now walking around with lovely feelings like shooting stars which passed from one person to the next. You were born at just the right time, little one, when the world needed the particular kind of light that your soul glows. You were born for it, to share your glow with the people around you. When things feel bad or hard, it's a good time to remember that your light can help take that away. Maybe it's only a little light sometimes. Maybe it feels too small to light up the world. But the secret about your light is it's a gift. You've got to give a gift. The word tells us so. And even if your light feels small or sad, remember how the biggest trees grow from tiny seeds. Don't ever make your light smaller because you think it's too bright for others. That's impossible. You can never be too bright. Instead, grow your light with beautiful things and loved ones and things that make you happy. Grow it by helping others and showing them how to love and be loved in the way that you love yourself and the people around you. And watch the happiness and love spread between everyone like dancing fireflies. It's a sort of magic, but your magic does that, and you were born for it. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids. Youre My Boo by Jade Maître. You're my sassy, silly skeleton. You're my spooky little ghost. You're my spunky little pumpkin. You're the bug I love the most. You're my bubbly, batty baby. You're my crazy Frankenstein. You're my cute black lucky kitty. You're delicious and you're mine. This mummy's mummy loves you. You're my pot of gloopy tea. You are pretty, dressed in purple. You are perfect just for me. You're my swishing, flying broomstick. You're my two eyes in the dark. You're the best of all my candy. You're my terror in the park. You're my star of Halloween night. There is no one just like you. My love is as full as a bright full moon. You're my darling, you're my boo. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids.